working from home, the working never ends. You are all 24/7. You are at work. So I should also thank my family members, my wife, my daughter, who actually were calm, peace, calmful, and throughout the journey. And also, I want to thank all the frontline team members who actually rose to the occasion, who came up, who never said no, right? Even my customers. So through your medium, I want to thank all the people who have supported this pandemic and who have stood the occasion. I think they have done fantastic job. And if this message reaches to them, I sincerely want my gratitude to all of them, including you, to bring this out.
Hi Wilson. Namaste. How are you doing?
Hi Diksha, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Namaste.
Very well. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm good. Doing well, Wilson. Perfect. थैंक यू सो मच विल्सन. आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और दिल से स्वागत है हमारे सीजन 2 ऑफ गुफ्तगू विद दीक्षा देव पॉडकास्ट सीरीज में. थैंक यू.
Thank you so much, Diksha, and pleasure talking to you. And look forward to have an interesting session with you.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful, Wilson. All right, so Wilson, सबसे पहले आप हमें बताएं कि आपका आज की दिनचर्या कैसी थी? Because you are with the green plant. I hope you have so much of enthusiasm towards life. So I want to understand आपका lifestyle क्या है? सबसे पहले वो हमारे दर्शकों को बताइए. Over to you, Wilson.
Lifestyle is very simple. You have got 24 hours in a day, right? 6 to 7 hours goes in sleeping. Then Mumbai traffic, right? So I leave for office at 7. I reach office by 7:45. I think I'm the first employee to be every day in the office, right? Then being in the office, try to complete all your yesterday's tasks. Probably something is pending, jo kal ka reh gaya hai, or something is there, because that is the time when you get free in the office. By 9 o'clock, the other employees start coming. And then we start with our regular day, the calls and meetings, and talking to people, clients. Actually, I spent 2 weeks traveling. I'm always, out of the house, meeting the customers, because pandemic mein aapko pata hai, we could not travel. It was only all virtual meeting. But I think since the second wave has ended, my travelings have increased, and I spend most of the time with my people and my customers across India, right? And whenever I am in Mumbai, then come home by around 7. I am a little fitness freak. I tend to spend at least 5 hours in a week, to myself. Maybe some sort of jogging or home workout or cycling. That is how I spend. And today being weekend, I'm at home. And jab aap ghar pe ho, so you are not the boss, right? You need to know
Absolutely.
that. So yeah, I have a daughter. She's standard 8, and my wife, she's a housemaker. And we tend to spend too much of quality time these 2 days. Maybe together dinner or some binge watching on Prime, on Netflix, or going out for something, So this is how, I spend my entire week and my weekends.
All right, Wilson. बहुत बहुत अच्छी तरीके से आपने बताया अपना आमची मुंबई में क्या होता है in terms of traffic and how you plan your day overall. और क्लाइंट से मिलने के लिए कोविड ने डेफिनेटली हमें काफी कुछ सिखाया. बट यस, यू सेड यू आर फिटनेस फ्रीक, सो प्लीज लेट ऑडियंस नो कि आप क्या करते हैं तो आप इतना उम्दा फिट भी रहते हैं और मेंटली भी फिट हम लोग रहते हैं प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में. तो कैसे करें? ओवर टू यू विल्सन.
See, I strongly believe, your mental agility and peace, and that somewhere is related to your body, right? People tend to spend too much of time on a lot of things. Even in my company, I am known as a fitness freak, right? And they have a lot of time for a lot of things. But if you are not able to take 1 hour from that 24 hours, then for yourself, then I think you are not managing your time well, right? I can see a lot of people having time on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and maybe even on when you're there at home. You spend a lot of time doing something or the other, but nothing for your body, nothing for your physique. So I strongly feel, and I urge people in my team and my organization, in that 24 hours, if you spend 7 hours for your sleep and let's say 10 hours for your office, you still have seven more hours for yourself. In that 7 hours, at least get 1 hour, only 1 hour. I'm telling, do walking, do jogging, do skipping, do some sort of physical exercise, which will keep you fit. Running, jogging, it doesn't mean you will never feel sick, but at least you try to stay fit. Somewhere for me, it is a sort of stress buster. I whatever in a day I go through a lot of things, good things, not so good things, a lot of stress. So that 1 hour gives me some sort of peace of mind that I have, at least I forget that and I concentrate on my body purely.
Very well said, Wilson. Are you drinking green tea? Is that also a fitness mantra?
No, so I seldom drink green tea, but I largely depend on black coffee. That's a two cup a day. That's it.
हमारे दर्शकों को और हमें पता चल गया विल्सन के फिटनेस का राज, तो प्लीज अप्लाई करें एंड डेफिनेटली 1 घंटा तो अपने लिए जरूर निकालें. बट विल्सन, आपने जो भी बताया हमें और हमारे सभी लोगों को कि स्ट्रेस हो जाता है, तो आपकी जर्नी में, मतलब आप आज एक मकाम पे है, तो आपके पूरे जर्नी में कोई ऐसा टाइम हो जब आपने सोचा कि ओ माय गॉड, दिस इज सो बैड, दैट हैपेंड सो बैड, राइट, एंड यू बाउंस बैक एज अ वॉरियर. तो ऐसा कोई टाइम अगर आप शेयर करें, बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ पीपल से, जितने भी लोगों से मैं बातचीत करती हूँ, उन्हें लगता है कि प्रोफेशनल में लोग ना बिल्कुल एकदम एस्ट्रोनॉट टाइप होते हैं. दे हैव द सूट, दे हैव एवरीथिंग एंड दे आर वेरी पॉइज्ड, राइट. बट ऐसा है, मतलब ऐसा है, बट मैं लोगों से बोलती हूँ कि दे आर आल्सो ह्यूमन बीइंग, दे आल्सो हैव फीलिंग्स. सो विल्सन, प्लीज टेल टू एवरीबडी आउट देयर, व्हेन हैपेंस टू बी अ स्ट्रेस टाइम, कैसे हम उससे उभरे और उस पूरे स्ट्रेस वाले वक्त के दौरान हमें क्या करना चाहिए? Over to you, Wilson.
See, I'll tell you one thing, till date, I don't know if people say it's not right. I will definitely say they are lying. I think this pandemic, going through the pandemic was the biggest stress, in fact, for all of us. And I may not say people have recovered fully today, right? Some people have professionally have gone through a lot of stress. Some people have personally gone through a lot of stress, and at both, and some people have gone at both ends, right? And when it hit us last year in March, right? No one was ready. No one was prepared. It was, and no one knew the journey would be so long, and we are still in the storm. We have not, passed the storm. It is still we are sailing, and we don't know where we'll find the line, because there's something or the other keep coming. And it was a big stress for us, because being an industry and manufacturing vertical head for India, for me, my client, I'm talking about professionally, my customers' production flow should keep running, because that is where the money comes from, right? And in we have 3 broad verticals: banking, IT, and industry manufacturing. And the moment the government announced the lockdown, clients started calling, okay, what is the backup plan? How we will start the production? Because we have some commitments to fulfill. There is demand and there is also supply we need to create and produce. So we came all together. Then we had to talk to the client, because it is not only ISS, or we will have, it is a combined responsibility. How we mitigate this together and how we make it moving. So I think that 1 month of us, where customer wanted people to run the facility, and we have to go to our employees to convince them to come to the site, right? Otherwise, it was a loss for the client, and any loss for the client, it's loss for us. And we don't want any client getting into loss because we could not, because we always say we are partners. So to convince the employee, their family, about their well-being, okay, don't worry, we are there to protect you. We will see whatever best we can do. So that one point, I think it was a big stress for us. We could not sleep. We hardly used to sleep for 4 hours, probably in the night, then early morning. But I think it taught us a lot of things: how to work, how to be more productive, right? That is the learning. There are also different ways of working. It is not what you used to work in, and now people also realize, okay, uh, there are more important things in life than the production and work and all. So I think that was one of the biggest stress for all of us, and we are somehow been be resilient. We bounced back, and I should compliment my if I have to say about my organization, all my senior leaders in the organization, which stood up to the occasion, which helped people, the client, and even my customers, for that matter, who realized, okay, we can't be so demanding. We need to be, partnering. We need to work together. If we need to coexist, we need to work together. And most important part, should not forget our family, because I know we actually hijacked their personal life, their what do you call it, way they live, because uh, where office was at home, it was almost office, and the office, when you're at office at home, working from home, the working never ends. You are 24/7, you are at work. So I should also thank my family members, my wife, my daughter, who actually were calm, peace, in calmful, and throughout the journey. And also, I want to thank all the frontline team members who actually rose to the occasion, who came up, who never said no, right? Even my customers. So through your medium, I want to thank all the people who have supported this pandemic, and who have stood the occasion. I think they have done fantastic job. And if this message reaches to them, I sincerely want my gratitude to all of them, including you, to bring this out. And this is one stress, where even I was scared. One of my clients, I don't want to name the client, they, uh, as a CSR, they wanted to start an hospital in the month of April 2020, and that is also a COVID hospital, and they wanted people to work with them, like the cleaners, the patient healthcare workers. What do you think? How should I get people now to work in the office? They were not ready to come. How should I manage to bring them to an hospital? But I think we did it, and as a team we did it, and that is what we are supposed to be, right? We are supposed to, every day you don't get to show and shine. These are the time where somewhere you shine, right? There are people who we always thought, अरे यार ये कर पाएगा कि नहीं कर पाएगा, somewhere we also have to look at his ability. But I think a lot of people rose, and they really shined very well, and unka shining is now increasing day by day, and they are growing day by day. I think that is what it has brought, uh, it has brought out.
मतलब आपने तो पूरी कहानी खत्म ही कर दी. From start to end you actually nailed it, starting from how you wanted to thank your family. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि कोविड में हमें डेफिनेटली अपने ऊपर भी भरोसा आया कि मैं ये कर सकता हूँ, पहला. दूसरा, हमें लगता है कि जब हम उदास होते हैं तो कोई भी नहीं है, पर आपकी फैमिली हमेशा आपके साथ है. तो ये चीज कभी हमें नहीं भूलनी चाहिए, जो आपने हमें आज अपने माध्यम से रियलाइज कराया. तो बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, ये तो बहुत उम्दा बात आपने हमें बताई. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद वल्सन. चलिए, अब इसी के साथ हम आगे बढ़ते हैं. आपने बताया कि 2 साल और अभी भी ओमिक्रॉन का भी स्ट्रेस है, पता नहीं और कितने वेरिएंट्स का स्ट्रेस होगा, बट वी आर अंडर स्ट्रेस एंड वी आर विद द टीम, विद द रेजिलियंस, वी आर कमिंग बैक विद द बैंग. सो दैट्स व्हाट वी हैव, राइट? प्लस हमें मेंटल स्थिति को भी ध्यान में रखना, फिजिकल प्लस मेंटल पे काम करना है. नेक्स्ट प्रश्न की तरफ बढ़ते हैं विल्सन. सो व्हाट यू थिंक एज अ प्रोफेशनल, सो you very well know कि कोविड से पहले, in fact when I was in Amity, a lot of people talk about facility management में अपना करियर कैसे बनाए. यूजुअली लोगों को पता ही नहीं कि एफएम में भी करियर बन सकता है. सो विल्सन, आपके तरफ एक क्वेश्चन कि कैसे हम लोग एफएम में करियर बना सकते हैं, और आपका कोई मैसेज यंग स्टूडेंट्स या यंग प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए. ओवर टू यू विल्सन.
Yes, so you rightly mentioned, FM as a function was never recognized. If you have to go a little backward and understand the evolution of FM, FM was always there as a function. It was always there, and but the names were different. Earlier, if you ask me, every office had an FM, but they were not called FM. They were called maybe a personal manager or an admin manager, right? Then slowly, the brand changed, the name changed. We made it to make it a little glorified. We said, okay, he's a facility and he's a facility manager. If someone is managing a facility, so he should be called as a facility manager. But if you look at what it is the same function which someone else was doing 10, 20, 30 years back with a different brand and name, and today the same thing has come up. But what has changed today is the perception of the people, right? Facility manager of any organization is the most important person, is the most, right? Who has to make things happen. And in COVID, even in COVID, along with all our healthcare workers, all our doctors, all our police people, BMC, whosoever were there frontline, I think FM, without FM, a corporate would have not run today, right? We say facility management company, right? Who helped, but facility management company was there guiding people, supporting people from the top. Okay, you want to do this way, go ahead. You need this equipment, go ahead. You need money, you go ahead. But who was driving it on ground? It was the FM, right? So calling a facility manager is not ideal. I think a facility manager is a manager who manages facilities. Everything in the property or the office, anything to do with is a business enabler, is a facilities manager. So I think going forward, we should not call facility manager. We should rather tell them facilities manager. Let it be your security, your cleaning, your engineering, your transport, your food services, your pantry services, your AV, audio video service, anything. So I think it's a great, and I think it will still evolve. Right now, people have stopped calling facility manager; they have started calling them workplace manager. Right? Who is absolutely responsible to ensure the workplace where I work is workable, is livable. Right? So I think it will keep evolving, and I am glad there are a lot of institutes, in fact, there today who are coming up with some courses. I in fact recently met, I don't know, a gentleman who's a professor in Delhi. They are opening courses like bachelor's in business administration in facilities management.
Absolutely, I know, gentlemen.
Yeah. Yes. So we are very glad we are very glad to know that there is a formal route now to get into this function. So I think it is evolving, and I think it's a great function to work for people who love who love people. It's a people management business. End of the day, it's people management. You manage, and they are the extended arm of an organization like us, and also an extended arm of our customers who are there to support them and to run their buildings efficiently.
विल्सन, यहीं से एक प्रश्न आया, आई एम श्योर लोगों के दिमाग में भी होगा. आपने बोला पीपल मैनेजमेंट है, वेरी वेरी अमेजिंग, बट ह्यूमन रिसोर्स भी पीपल मैनेज करता है. तो इन दोनों में डिफरेंस क्या है कि अगर सपोज मैंने एमबीए किया है और मैं एचआर में जाती हूँ, बट मेरा ज्यादा प्यार फैसिलिटीज की तरफ है या मैं जाना चाहती हूँ, तो इसमें एक बंदा, एक पर्सनल इंडिविजुअल कैसे डिसाइड करे, बिकॉज बोथ इज पीपल मैनेजमेंट. तो थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस बताइए, थोड़ा सा उस पर प्रकाश डालिए. हाउ इज बोथ डिफरेंट एंड हाउ आई कैन मैनेज माई सेल्फ इन पीपल मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स. तो मुझे अपने स्किल्स में भी किस तरह की बढ़ोतरी करनी होगी इन ऑर्डर टू फैसिलिटेट माई ओन सेक्टर. Over to you, Wilson.
Okay, so HR is a business, is a function which is responsible for the end-to-end life cycle of an employee in an organization, from recruiting, onboarding, engaging, right, motivation, career development for that employee, then working closely with the organization to get into a lot of new age technology to bring in the HR functions to keep it more agile, right? So HR as a function is not a people management function. Right? HR is a function. I would always look at HR. HR gets people, right? End of the day, it is people management is our role, right? We can't blame HR. Bhaiya, people, there is an attrition, and what is HR doing? What will HR do, right? HR is a function where they have to ensure they get the right talent on board. Then you take help from HR to upskill your people. If I have something to, I need some of my people, my employees, where I need to upskill them. I will go to my HR team, my HR lead, and tell him, boss, there are a couple of people whom I think I have assessed them, and there are a couple of people who need mentoring, right? Who need coaching, or who are very good in operation. But I want them to also commercially get aligned. Can we do some courses for them? Can we ensure we make a development plan? So you work with HR to develop your people. But if you tell, okay, HR, now my manager is not working, it's your problem. Please do what you can do as per the policy. What he will do? What will he do? He will say, Wilson, you tell me what to do. So human resource function is not people management function as well. They are there to guide you. They can guide me how to take care of my people. They can motivate me. But I have to go and ask help from them where I think my people need help, right? They are there to do everything you can for an employee life cycle, their appraisals, their development plan, their career management, their movement in the organization. They can help me to do that. But if you tell me, attrition is very high and my HR has to be blamed, then that is not the right way to look at it. I have to be blamed. If my person is leaving, my team member, today I'm in my segment, I've got 12,000 people working in my segment, right? And managing 12,000 people is a Herculean task. But if you look at, we manage it, right? People, when I say someone, what do you do? I do this. Earlier, people never used to know, what is facilities management? So today they know, right? So then how do you manage that 12,000 people? I manage my key people, my circle of people, right? That is my influencing. I can influence only my people. And they have to further go influence down, and they have to further go influence down. If I put pressure on my people, the pressure never goes up. Pressure only goes down. So it will go to the last mile, and you can see the impact. So I think both the departments are independent departments. But if both the departments collaborate well, I think the success comes from collaboration. And we have to agree to, we need collaboration.
Absolutely, yes. I love this point कि हमें दोनों और actually बहुत सारे functional departments में collaboration की बहुत ज़रूरत है to process everything good. But ये प्रश्न मैंने इसलिए आपसे पूछा था because a lot of youngsters and even the professional experts are like, oh, क्या है मतलब, what's the difference? Because as you rightly mentioned, pre-COVID, we never knew what is FM. I'm also like Diksha, I also didn't knew about FM, right? So a lot of things we thought like, nahin. Then Asha Patania ji came into my picture and she said, chemicals bhi hote hain, Diksha, there's a lot of science, right? Oh my God, no computer science, but there is science, right? So I really appreciate like when leaders like you come on board and they actually demarcate what's right and what's wrong. Perfectly great, Wilson. Second last question. एक इंसान, सभी इंसान है राइट, बट एक इंसान लीडर कैसे बने? से फॉर एग्जांपल कोई एमबीए करके पास आउट करता है और उसे बहुत ज्यादा उम्मीदें होती हैं कि मैं अपने करियर में या 12 साल एक मुकाम पे हूंगा, तो उसमें किस तरीके की परसेवरेंस, रेजिलियंस और लीडर बनने की क्या ऐसे गूढ़ मंत्र हैं? ओवर टू यू विल्सन, इफ यू कैन हेल्प अस.
Yeah, so if I say I am a leader, then that is not right for me to say I'm a leader, right? Every individual, irrespective of his age, his grade, his skills, his language, he's a leader who manages people, who manages things around him, right? But we recognize leader as others as the leader. If someone has to look at you as the leader, people should call you leader. You should not call I am a leader. So tomorrow I sit on a chair and say, okay, I've got an Harvard MBA, right? So I am a leader, right? Because I have learned all the leadership skills, I have learned all the competencies, and I know all the behavior pattern to judge a person. So I think I am great, I am a leader. No. So people should pursue you as a leader. Rather, I should not pursue myself as a leader. Second is leadership is all about being empathetic. Those days have gone where you dominate, right? Because of your title that you hold with you, or because of the position that you hold in the organization, or because you have something which is very unique and no one has in the organization. So you think, okay, I can do whatever and I will drive the people and the organization the way I want. That is not so. So for people who are at any level in the organization, he may be even an executive or below an executive. If he is managing his people around, well, if he is managing his one level up, right? He is managing sideways, he is managing down. It's all about how people perceive you. He's a so so uh, there was an opportunity where we I will not name and I'll just give an example where we always thought, he's a great leader and can manage whatever is it. It's a crisis manager and we can always use him whenever we need something, right? And people used to perceive him as a great leader, but we put him on the task, and he also thought he's a great leader, but because he could not manage his people during that situation, the entire thing collapsed. It was absolutely, it got inverted. The problem which was supposed to be solved, it further got inverted. So then people said, "Kya yaar, we used to think he can manage well. But then they said, no, it's not about that. We said it's about how you cajole things together, how you understand the situation, how you deal with the situation, how you deal with the people at that moment makes you a better leader. And if people listening to me and you say, okay, people have got MBAs and they want to be a leader, I would only suggest one thing: be empathetic, deal with the people, like respect people, right? First thing is, you would always, people say, right, you would always respect people the way you want to get respected. You always talk to people the way you want people to talk to you, right? So I think if you start doing that from day one, you will definitely be a leader and be open, and people will criticize you. That's fine. People, no matter at what level you are, no matter what good thing you do, you are as good as your next problem, right? Today you are absolutely fantastic. You've ticked every boxes. You have got your finances right. Your customers are very happy. Your people are very happy, right? And your perfect score on in the month of November. On 1st December, if there is an issue, there is an issue. You have to acknowledge. Don't tell me November, sir, till November you were praising me, and now because of one problem you are criticizing. So take it gracefully. Take it gracefully and accept it, right? So I always say, you are as good as your next problem. That's it. So listen to people, learn things, and the only thing is, respect people and respect every individual's function, irrespective of big or small is in the organization. I think that makes you a better leader. And there is no leadership that you take chabuk in your hand and you start whipping people and say, "I am a leader." Say, "Tell me, leader." So today I think my wife is in the other room. I am an husband at home, right? I can't tell I am a leader, boss. I don't. So you need to also, one more thing is, Diksha, change your behavior based in the situation where you are, right? Leadership is also about that. How you behave in a particular situation is also how you behave. That is the time you show your real character, right? So if you can't work under pressure and you concede and say, no boss, I can't do this, either it's my way or highway. So that doesn't work. If someone is doing better than you, take that, learn from him. You can't do everything on your own, right? Today there are so many issues that's happening because of pandemic. We are not sure whether my customers are going to open or we will be able to go and serve them back, because I have a revenue which is not grown. We have in fact gone down a bit. We are going there now. We want to be there, So adapt it and accept it. This is the situation, and behave accordingly. Don't under pressure. Don't change your character and become something and start behaving differently. Then everything goes for a toss.
Absolutely, आप लगेगा कि दीक्षा नहीं कुछ और ही आ गया. So be you. That's very important. पर विल्सन आपने before we move to the last question of the show, but विल्सन आपने बात की criticism की. तो अगर आप हमें बता पाए कि ऐसा नहीं है कि 50+ लोगों को क्रिटिसाइज नहीं किया जाता, किया जाता है, यंगस्टर्स को तो और भी किया जाता है. तो यहाँ पे क्रिटिसिज्म एज एन इंडिविजुअल और मे बी एज अ वर्किंग प्रोफेशन हम लोग कैसे पहले तो ले एक्सेप्ट करें और उस पर कैसे वर्क करें, क्योंकि बहुत लोगों में एक फैक्टर होता है. आई एम श्योर ये तो फिर आपका पर्सनल फैक्टर्स हो गया ना कि कौन कैसा है, बट मैं बस आपसे 2 वर्ड्स में जानना चाहूंगी कि हम क्रिटिसिज्म पे कैसे काम करें और कैसे उसे फ्रूटफुल या हेल्दी तरीके से अपनाएं. Over to you, Wilson.
It is not. I am very good at taking criticism. As a Wilson Selvaraj, also, right? I also have my own areas of improvement where I am working, and first of all, a person as an individual, if you are weak in some place, you should accept it, right? And say, okay. My boss also gives a very critical feedback when we have our one-on-one, when we have our discussion. He tells me, I think, Wilson, this is the area that you need to work. For me, maybe that mind, like if you know Jory's window, right? You know what you are good at, right? Yeah, we know what you are good at, and people also know. Some places, people know, but you don't know, right? Some places people also don't know, you also don't know, but there is something where I need to improve. Today, I run a large organization. Within my organization, I have a huge revenue that sits in my segment, and I am responsible not only for driving the revenue, but I'm also responsible to make it a sustainable business, right? Ensure my people are safe, my people are happy who work with me, right? So, but it doesn't mean, okay, I'm absolutely perfect. First of all, a criticism can come from anyone. Even my daughter can criticize me, right? But whether there is a merit in that criticism or no, that is different. How you react is most important, right? You should not necessarily accept. Okay, someone may come and tell you, "Chalo, theek hai," he said, you heard, but sit and think about it. Whether that person's perception about me or whatever he said, how far is it right? I may react spontaneously. Hey, boss, what you're saying, you don't know about what the background is. I also do sometimes. But then I go and realize I had a coach of mine, very fairly senior gentleman, a CEO who run large organization, right? So he has. I learned a lot of things. How to be very calm, how to be grateful to a lot of things. Right? We sometimes don't realize there are so much of factors that driving externally to keep you successful that we ignore. So today, if I am successful, it is not about only Wilson Selvaraj. It's about my boss. It's about my people who are helping me. It's about my wife, my daughter, who are helping me. So it is an entire scheme of things that running behind you. You're not running alone, right? So who keeps so thing is, there are instances where you can react, or there are instances where you choose not to react. You hear it and you come back and just give a thought. Okay, he said that. What made you think about me, or what made you think this is what it is? Then go back and you can say, boss, yeah, I think you said this, and what do you think? So in ISS, we just had one event where there was something called spotlight, right? And a spotlight is a thing where in the room with 25 senior leaders, you will be sitting there looking at the wall, people behind you, and everyone have an opportunity to give you feedback. So criticism is not a criticism, it's a feedback. So you have to take it. There will be a lot of positive things coming, but not always positive come. There also be not so positive things may come, but you need to take it. You need to write it down, and you need to say, okay, this is what people perceive about you. Diksha Dev, I know you. Today, in this one session, probably I would have known you a little more better. Tomorrow I'll meet you further. Probably I know you more better. And day after, probably when we meet in person, so it's all about so it's about knowing people very well, and then building a perception. Everyone, no matter what good you do in the world, someone will come and give you that one feedback, right? That can make your day or that can break your day. Right? It's up to you how you take it, right? Sometimes just take with a pinch of salt and keep moving.
Very very well said, Wilson. मजा आ गया. ये बात तो आपकी बहुत अच्छी थी. Just accept it and be very humble. कुछ भी है बस constructive feedback लीजिए. आपको पता है आप क्या हो. So that's a beauty. All right, moving to the last secret question of the Guftu episode. Wilson, आमची मुंबई में भी आप बातें कर सकते हो. मुझे मुंबई भाषा नहीं आती, but हिंदी मुंबई प्लस आता है. So आप मुंबई में कुछ बता सकते हैं अपने आप को, जैसे आप फिटनेस फ्रीक हो, आप प्रोफेशनल हो, आप स्ट्रेस हैंडल करते हो, लॉट मेनी थिंग्स. तो ऐसा कुछ हो जिसे आप दर्शकों को बताना चाहें हिंदी या मुंबई भाषा में, जिससे एक एनर्जी आ जाती है, जैसे आप समझते हैं ना, जैसे 3 Idiots में बोलते हैं ऑल इज वेल. सो एक ऐसा कोई पंच लाइन हो या आपका खुद का कोई लाइन हो जिससे आपको एनर्जी से भर दे, ऐसा कुछ. Wilson, over to you. That would be the last message to our audience and to us. Over to you.
Yeah, so there are a lot of things that will drives me. In fact, one thing, there's nothing called, someone wait for someone to come and thank you or give you that one goli, aap goli kha lo, and then you are full of energy. So it's not like that. There are a lot of things that makes or brings energy to me. One is, as you said, the moment I'm stressful, probably if I'll tell her, let me just go for a run and come. If I come back, then you come back, she looks at me, okay, you are tired or no, right? Like, yes, I am tired. Okay, but then you come with a lot of energy. So if I have to tell you एक line में कि क्या है जो तुमको energy से भर दे, it's getting up in the morning and thinking, you are alive today, right? And you have more things to do. So every day when you get up, just say thank you God for this day. And so this is what my coach told me. The moment you get up, because you have to thank God. You are woken up, because most of the people, actually some of them don't even get that. Second is, just tell yourself this is going to be your one of the greatest day of life, and start your day. And then you get up and then you start. So I think a lot of good things my coach has told me, but this is one of the moment you say yourself, Wilson, this is going to be one of the greatest day of life, just do it. That's it.
Amazing, Wilson. I think आपके इस वर्ड से, सपोज अगर दीक्षा कल उठती है तो सबसे पहले धन्यवाद करे भगवान को. दैट्स नंबर 1. सेकंड, बोले अपने आप को कि दिस गोइंग टू बी माय ग्रेटेस्ट डे, और फिर अपने ब्रेन में कुछ केमिकल लोचा होने वाला है. उसके बाद थिंग्स गोना वर्क एज व्हाट. नहीं, होता ही है, डेफिनेटली होता है, केमिकल लोचा होता ही है. Just that 1 second, Wilson, this is going to be a greatest day of life. Just do it. Awesome. ग्रेट विल्सन, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका इस शो पे आने के लिए. बहुत कीमती वक्त दिया आपने और बेहद उम्दा लर्निंग्स. थैंक यू सो मच विल्सन, बहुत शुक्रिया. थैंक यू सो मच. टेक केयर, हैव अ ग्रेट वीकेंड. यू टू. जय हिंद, बाय बाय. जय हिंद, बाय बाय.